Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This was a bit of a chill mission where I headed out on the IRB with my girlfriend for a day of spearfishing and diving, and we ended up in this pretty special spot, pretty rugged coastline, nice clear water, and yeah, it looks pretty awesome from above. But while I was flying the drone around, I noticed some dark shapes moving through the water, and at first I wasn't too sure what they were, but as I got closer it turned out to be just a ton of sharks. Bronze whalers, and even a few hammerheads mixed in. A little crazy seeing this many sharks, but it's actually an indication of a pretty healthy ecosystem. Sharks do play a very important role, so it was good to see them in a way. This footage doesn't really do it justice to show how many there were. I was just racing around trying to get as many on camera as I could, but there were at least 15 just cruising around. Definitely a cool way to start the day off. Alright, let's see what we can do. Go on a bit of a mission here. First time out on this thing. After checking out those sharks for a bit, we carried on to the dive spot, and the conditions were looking pretty perfect. Clear water, light current. I was pretty keen to get in and see what was around. I'm just doing my usual thing here, cracking open a few kinner, and this nice leather jacket comes and starts nibbling at the kinner from the spear. And he actually hung around for quite a while. He just kept coming back, which was cool. There he is, having a nibble at the gun and coming back for a feed. So he seemed pretty keen, so I just broke it open for him and let him have that one. Once I'd set another burley spot, this is me just coming up and checking on it. Not much happening, but just so many baby snapper, like a big school of them, which is quite cool to see. Strange that they aren't as flighty as the bigger ones. It's like they know they're not legal. We spent a bit of time cruising around, just taking in the conditions. The viz was pretty unreal and there was plenty of life around. And as we're making our way through, just bumped into this chill eagle ray, just sitting in the kelp here. It's always cool to see these guys up close. I'm quite used to seeing them, obviously. If any of you guys dive, they're pretty common. But it was nice to be able to show my girlfriend something new, something a bit different. Because they're quite cool creatures, in my opinion. Very majestic. My interest in eagle rays actually paid off a bit here. As I was heading down just to get some footage and have a look at this one. He was parked up right next to this cave off to the side, and inside that cave was a nice crayfish. You'll see him just coming up here, just parked up in a pretty accessible spot. Doesn't have a huge amount of space behind him. So I head up to the surface and get ready to come back down and have a crack.
Oh, that's good.
Took a nice big breathe up, ready to go down and pretty much secure this sure thing. But when I get back down, the sand's all stirred up, and I'm guessing that I stirred it up when I was kicking to the surface and scared the cray back into the hole. So I kind of have a half-hearted grab here, and yeah, he shoots back and he's gone.
Should have given it time to reposition. It's in a good spot before.
Luckily it wasn't too long until I found the next one. I had to give my GoPro mask to my girlfriend to hold because the lens popped out, and if you can tell here, my fin also snapped, so I duct taped it together. But anyway, yeah, headed down into this little cave in this kelpy area, found a nice cray and went in for a grab. Kind of funny seeing myself with the legs going crazy as I'm grabbing it, but yeah, managed to get a hand to it and come up with a crayfish. Not huge, but yeah, still a good catch. After giving him a quick measure, he was legal, so I chucked him in the float boat and then spent some time just swimming with my girlfriend and showing her some of the cool underwater sights. It's always fun doing this with your partners. It's pretty special, actually. Good change of pace from a regular weekend. You'll have to excuse the poor footage here, but we bumped into this little school of baby squid. Not sure if school is the right word, but yeah, just tiny little squid, which was quite cool. It'd be nice if they were bigger. Fresh calamari would be nice. It actually made such a difference being able to do this together and kind of share it with someone else. It was a nice change for this trip. Even though I've been on so many dives by now, it's just still so incredible what you can see when you're down there. With that one cray and some nice sightseeing done, we called it for that day and headed back out the next. That sound that had been coming from my mask in those last clips was actually the lens coming loose, and it eventually popped out. So I had to change up masks, got my mate to bring up a new one from Auckland, and also my broken fin was getting a lot more unstable. So I was trying to keep it a bit shallow, find a nice snapper here, not huge but legal, and managed to get a nice shot off. Wasn't a huge fish by any measure, but along with the cray, it was enough for me and my girlfriend for a nice meal. Wasn't a very good shot, and he's going a bit crazy in my hands. But usually I find if you can get your fingers up in the gills, that's the best way to subdue a fish. And just dispatching him here with the spear tip because I lost my knife along the way. Just one of many gear disasters that happened along the way. You already saw my duct tape fin, but it did get a lot worse later on. I decided to go out a bit further. We'd heard from our boatman that there was a couple kingfish around. So I'm heading down here and just grunting and making as much noise as I can, trying to get them to come back in. And there they are. I was excited for a second, but they were just babies. That one on the left may have been legal, but it's just not worth it if you're not 100% sure. Found this pigfish on a burleyard set and took a shot top down, but missed, unfortunately. So that was a bit of a shame. They're actually quite nice eating. So after that, just moved on to one more spot before calling it a day. And there was a big disaster at this one. As you can see here, it's pretty murky, but there was a crack where I'd found a crayfish. So I'd marked it with the gun and was just having another crack at it down here, just reaching in to see if he's still there, but he wasn't. And as I'm moving along this crack, I find another one and going for the grab, but as I do, my mask got caught in the kelp and ripped off my face and fell off with the GoPro attached, which was a massive stitch up. I was freaking out, thinking I'd lost it, and I actually had to swim back to shore, get my girlfriend to grab me my other mask, and after about 15 minutes, I managed to find it again, which was a massive relief, as you can imagine. Definitely didn't want to have to spend $700 again to get another camera. Then my other fin snapped. I guess that's what I get for cheaping out and not getting the proper foot pockets, but after that I was done for the day. So just packed it in and had a nice snapper and cray. Hope you enjoyed that, everyone, and thank you so much for watching. It's pretty huge every time I see just one more subscriber or a comment or something, so yeah, I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.